Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Alright, today we're going to talk about cruise tips. We're going to share some information for first-time cruisers, those that are, taking your very first cruise, maybe your second cruise, doesn't know all of the ins and outs of cruising yet. This tip is going to be specifically for you, but if you are a seasoned cruiser, well, this will just be a good refresh, just a good reminder, because it will apply to every cruise that you take, especially if you're going someplace new. And our tip is going to be, do your research before you go. Now, I'm not talking about researching a place so much that the mystery is gone, the excitement of visiting someplace new and discovering something new is gone, but enough research that you check, let's say, local laws, local requirements, things that could affect your cruise when you arrive to a cruise port if you just don't know. And I'm going to share a comment that was written into Carnival Cruise Lines to show you why just a little bit of research is very, very important. Someone in our group on our cruise was sent back to the ship in Nassau by one of the guards on the pier because he was wearing camouflage pants. He had to get changed before he was allowed to leave. Nobody told him. He was embarrassed and upset, so he never went back to port. Why was this not highlighted in the daily program or any announcement made by the cruise director? So an experienced cruiser probably knows that in a lot of places in the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Jamaica, several locations in the Caribbean, civilians cannot wear camouflage. It is something that is for their local military and law enforcement only. It's actually illegal to wear camouflage if you are not part of one of those groups. So as a cruise passenger, yes, if you get off of the ship and you are wearing camouflage, they're going to send you back and have you put on something different. And this is just one example of something you could come across like this when you are cruising, and that is why research is so important. You cannot depend on someone else to tell you what the local rules and requirements are. It is your responsibility as someone traveling to someone else's country to know what is right and to know what is wrong, to at least know the basics, such as you can't wear camouflage in most places in the Caribbean. You definitely can't wear it in Nassau. And there's all kinds of little things like that. Do you know also in Nassau, Bahamas, that they have taxis? They'll take you all over the island to all different kinds of destinations. But they don't have little meters inside them like they do here in the United States. So you need to pre-negotiate what that trip is going to cost before you get in that taxi. Don't assume it's X price per X dollars. Hey, you get into a taxi, say, take me over here. You get over there, the price you get at the end may not be what you were expecting. So that's an example of you need to know that. You need to know to negotiate your taxi prices up front. Do you know the Bahamas also has other little items in their dress code, such as wearing beach wear away from the beach? Well, that's considered a no-no. Okay? They want you dressed. They want you covered up. They don't want you going into the shops and the restaurants and everything else in your swimwear. They consider that inappropriate. So if you're booking a cruise, you've already booked a cruise, look, go on the internet. Just Google the do's and don'ts of the locations that you're going to visit. Find out if there are any little rules, any little customs, such as don't wear camouflage, that you need to know before you get there, so the guards on the pier don't send you back to the ship. So you don't end up like this gentleman did, embarrassed, and then won't even come back off of the ship. And now you've missed an entire cruise port over something so small as camouflage on your shorts. So know before you go. Super important. Something always to remember. Again, know before you go. Do your research. Do not expect someone to be standing there to hand you the research, to hand you the information, to tell you every little facet of every little place you're going to go, because if you expect that and are not willing to do any of your own research up front, you could very well end up in this particular kind of situation. So again, one more time, do your research and know before you go. All right, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Have yourself a great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.